The Sreng army aims to strike? But we just drove them back a few months ago.
The last incursion involved only a portion of their might. This may be the work of those who did not take part in the previous attack.
Fortunately, it would seem their forces are few in number. Even so, we can ill afford any interference with the Margrave's work.
It's been almost 14 years since King Lambert and I fought the Sreng armies together. They have always been a warlike people. If they've learned that Fargus is in crisis, they would jump at the chance to take advantage of it.
So then the question is, who informed them of our current difficulties?
Are you in here, Boar? We've got a problem.
What is it, Felix?
The Federation army has invaded Fradarius territory. They're marching westward as we speak.
The Federation? But how? I thought our eastern border was sufficiently prepared.
They came by sea in giant ships and took over a port town on our eastern shore.
Since when does Leicester have a navy capable of transporting a full army?
That's what I'd like to know. But whatever the answer, they're here now.
No matter how big the ships, there are always limits to how large a seaborne invasion can be.
That's true, which means they'll want to avoid any unnecessary conflict. I would expect them to march directly west.
So they're going for the capital then. We need to stop them before they reach it. A job for the Shield of Fargus, if I've ever heard one. I'll go home and get ready to intercept them.
Your Majesty, I ask that you permit me leave to do the same. As the former Lord of Fradarius territory, I cannot turn a blind eye to these interlopers.
Understood. I will send you some of my personal soldiers as reinforcements. Just promise me you'll both come back alive.
I've got an idea.
What are your thoughts? What say you?
All right. I think we've done as much as we can today. Let's rest up and prepare for the next battle.
Well, this is new. You're not usually the one suggesting we take time off.
That's because there's been too much to do lately. I haven't had the chance to showcase my natural laziness.
Come on, I don't think there's a lazy bone in your body. You really should take more time for yourself, Claude.
I'll consider it.
Your Majesty, an urgent message has arrived from Daredrew.
Uh-oh. This can't be good.
The city is being attacked by the Almiran Navy, and they're calling for any aid we can provide.
What?
This can't be the Almirans. We just got done kicking them up and down the battlefield.
I agree. These are most likely pirates who have assumed their name.
Either way, they've got to have a pretty sizable force if they can attack an entire city. We should send any units that are ready to mobilize. Who do we have?
My army can't spare much at the moment. To be honest, we're always a bit undermanned. Still, we might be able to send a couple of folks. How about me and Judith?
You? But you're the leader of the entire army.
Well aware of that, thanks. But as luck would have it, we've got a bit of time before our next battle. Besides, Judith and I know the terrain, which means we've got the best chance at ending things quickly.
Going back to Daredrew will be a stroll in the park for the two of us.
Still, I wouldn't say no to a seasoned mercenary tagging along. Eh? Eh?
How about Leone?
Yeah, I was thinking someone more like you. Literally you, in fact.
And here I was looking forward to a little time off.
Well, seeing as the king himself is making the time, how about you buck up and do the same?
Yes, ma'am. Of course, ma'am.
Glad that's settled. Let's go. Yep, those are pirates, all right. And they sure made a mess of the place. Time to sweep it clean.
It's not over. Come on and hand over all your valuables. If you don't fancy getting dragged back to Elmira, that is.
Still keeping up the act, What if a real Elmira heard you?
What these sea dogs lack in skill, they make up for in sheer numbers. If we're not careful, they could easily overwhelm us.
Bring it down!
Folks are clearly as scared of Almirans as ever. Otherwise, intimidation tactics like these would never work.
A sad truth for most, I'm afraid. Why, until I met Nadir, I thought all Almirans were savage, bloodthirsty beasts.
These pirates aren't so tough once you get them on shore. Still, I bet there's more where that came from.
More of them, is it? Let's knuckle down and put them in their place.
Your Majesty, pirates are raiding the harbor storehouse and plundering the goods inside.
Well, that sounds bad for business. We better get across the bridge and put a stop to it.
Bring it down!
You know, if Fodlan just looked outward a little more, our opinion of Elmira might change for the better.
Easy, Your Majesty. I know you're friends with Nadir, but that doesn't mean we should start siding with his people.
Okay, that's just about all the pirates in the city. Let's head for the harbor storehouse.
They split up. Now's our chance to raid the city and harbor at the same time.
We're too short-handed to deal with them all. If only we brought more soldiers.
You didn't call for me, kiddo, but I'm answering the bell anyway.
Dare? What are you doing here?
I can't stand by and let a bunch of pirates drag Elmira's good name through the mud. Did you see that, kiddo? I kicked all those pathetic pirates right out of the harbor.
So they didn't get away with any of the goods? I really owe you one, Adair. Yeah, another one, actually.
Looks like the pirate leader is camped just outside the city.
Then let's deal with them and finish this. All units, move out.
Attack! Give them no quarter!
It's as good as ours!
That takes care of the pirate invasion.
A bit more trouble than I expected, but we got through it all right.
This so-called Elmiran Navy is a joke. Nothing but cowards and cravens as far as the eye can see.
Well, they've certainly got nothing on you. Feel free to relieve as many as you like of their duties.
Uh-oh. That one's an Elmiran for true. And not just any Elmiran. I'm the one and only, Dare the Undefeated.
Well, he's certainly enjoying himself. I'd better dig deep or he's gonna steal all the fun.
If I may, Your Majesty, I've been wondering if you have some special attachment to Elmira.
Lester fought against Elmira for years, so I've grown to know them. That's all.
Huh. You must think I'm pretty dim if you expect me to believe that.
It was worth a shot. But all right, I get it. Let's talk about it after we deal with the trouble here.
Ha-ha! Let this be a lesson to all imposters. You have to get up pretty early in the morning to fool an Elmiran.
I think we could leave the rest of this to the people of the city. Time to be going. Nice work, everyone. Daredrew and the harbor are both safe now.
We'd have been toast if Adair didn't show up.
You've got a long way to go if third-rate crooks like that are giving you trouble.
In our defense, we'd have been fine if we could have brought a few more soldiers along.
I don't know, kiddo. You're good at the whole confidence side of things, but not so hot when it comes to actually sealing the deal.
A man who calls himself Adair the Undefeated says I'm overconfident? That's rich.
Cut it out, you two. This friendly banter is going to make me sick if you keep it up. You clearly know each other better than you're letting on.
Say, kiddo, maybe now's the time to, you know.
Ah, right. Actually, Judith, this is probably a good opportunity for me to come clean about something.
I'm waiting.
My mother is in Elmira, and has been for the last 20 years.
Lady Tiana. Huh. Well, that's a bit unexpected, but not altogether surprising.
That's where I was born, Elmira. And my father, he's the king.
Wait. So that makes you an Elmiran prince?
I am. Sorry I didn't tell you before.
Well, this certainly isn't something I expected to hear today. Still, I imagine it's not easy to bring up. So what's your deal? You don't seem surprised by this at all.
Yeah, I never heard any of it directly from Claude, but I thought as much. I figured it out right around the time we fought Shahid.
Oh, right. So that would have made him your brother.
Different mothers, but yeah, he was my older brother. I didn't want to fight him, I really didn't. But, well, for the sake of both Fodlan and Almyra, he had to be dealt with.
Your brother thought he was doing right by Almyra, in his own way. There's always been unrest in the royal family, everyone fighting over the right of succession. But that man would have been a terrible king. His lust for power just consumed him.
So does this mean my little Claude is going to return to Almyra and seize the throne one day?
I don't know. For right now, I'm more concerned about my duties as King of the Federation. Eventually, I plan to tell everyone about where I came from. But for now, keep it to yourself. I don't want to make things more complicated than they need to be.
I won't tell a soul so long as you answer me one question. Have you ever sought to deceive us? Either as the leader of the Alliance or as king?
Never. Lester and Fodlan are my home, and I intend to fight for everyone who lives here. So, do you trust me?
I do, little Claude. Or your Majesty, I should say. Just don't let me down.
I won't, Judith. And thanks. Hey, Dare, you see that fortress over there? You think there's any way we could slip past it instead of trying to take it?
I wouldn't recommend it, kiddo. You know they'd just get us from behind if we tried.
Yeah, you're probably right. Come to think of it, what are you even doing here? I don't remember requesting extra muscle.
Ah, don't be like that. I gotta find a souvenir to bring back, since I borrowed all those ships.
What kind of souvenir are you hoping to find in Fargus?
In case it had escaped your notice, Nadir, the Federation army strictly forbids plundering enemy territory.
Is that so? Well, if I can't get any actual souvenirs, I'd better have some rip-roaring stories to share when I get home.
If we manage to topple Fradarius, I can guarantee it'll be the rip-roaringest story you'll ever tell. But before we get there, I guess we'll need to do something about that fortress.
I'm sure the king is well aware by now that we're advancing towards Fradarius. And you should know that the lord of this territory, Duke Fradarius, is also called the Shield of Fargus.
Wait a second. Didn't one of our old classmates become the Duke of Fradarius? You know, that one guy, Sylvain, I think. It was Felix. There's also a chance his father, the former Duke, will be here as well.
And of course, there will be plenty of soldiers inside that fort. We will need to proceed with utmost caution.
I could practically hear your teeth chattering, Lawrence. Don't worry, I'll protect you.
I am perfectly capable of protecting myself, thank you. You just focus on your job and leave me to mine.
We need to be ready for anything here. We're going all out this time, folks, so spare no effort.
Stay focused.
A head-on assault would work as well as trying to break a boulder with our skulls. We can't exhaust our troops before we hit the capital. So, we're going to blast open the gates and take them by storm before they have a chance to react. First, we'll need to secure the surrounding area to create a path to the gate for our combat engineers.
None shall surpass me!
Oh, we can skip my turn, you know.
We've almost got the area secure. But how are we going to blast open the gates?
Fire magic and barrels of alcohol. The force from the blast should... well, I won't spoil the surprise.
Now we should be able to proceed to the front gates without issue.
Excellent. Engineers, do your thing. Everyone else, guard them while they work.
The Federation is plotting something, but we'll put an end to that. It's time for our ambush.
I figured they wouldn't just sit back and watch. Defend our engineers at all costs. If the enemy gets too close, they won't be able to set everything up. We need to take down the surrounding enemies now.
Take a breather.
Whatever their scheme is, we can't let them do it. Open the east and west gates, and clear away the enemy from the front.
The enemy is preventing the engineers from working. We must do something immediately. The gates to the right and left have opened. All who are able, fight your way inside and run riot!
Turn it.
Oh, we can skip my turn, you know.
Now there should be fewer enemies targeting the engineers.
No problem, I got it.
They're almost ready.
Talk about flashy! You blew that massive gate wide open!
That blast was everything I'd hoped it'd be. But it looks like there's another gate ahead.
I won't let you take another step into Fargus.
Is that Ash? I'd like to avoid killing him if we can.
I will fulfill my duty as a knight. Prepare yourself.
Ash, Dimitri wouldn't want you to die. If you care for him, you'll surrender.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
I get it. All right, we're gonna blast through the other gate. Protect the engineers.
I'm going out there. I don't have it in me to stand by and watch.
We cannot let them destroy another gate. Take out the engineers.
More enemies? We have to stop them.
I see no reason to spare invaders who forced their way into our home.
They're attacking the engineers. We have to help them.
The enemy is preventing the engineers from working. We must do something immediately.
Is that Felix? He's going after the engineers. Stop him!
You're safe now.
Is this it?
We won't make it in time. Hurry!
Not much longer now. Defend the engineers! Splendid! We are able to invade the fortress. Now it is but a simple matter of overwhelming them with numerical superiority.
Reinforcements are on their
None
way.
shall surpass me.
Protect the Duke and Lord Rodriguez till they get here.
It's time to swoop in and take the stronghold. Advance!
Switching.
We changing my turn?
It is an honor to die for Fargus.
Fool! What is the point if you don't survive the battle?
Lord Felix, I leave the rest to you.
Hear me! We will all make it through this and achieve victory together!
Yes, my lord.
We've cleared out most of them. Not much left to do now.
Our comrades have fought too bravely for us to stand idly by.
I'd hoped to hold out until reinforcements arrived. I forced my hand. Time to dive into the fray.
Poor Fradarius. I have no choice but to retreat.
Alright, we just need to take out one more general, and then we win.
I must heal him quickly.
You shall not take one more step towards Fradarius.
Switching it up.
Rechanging, take a breather.
I can't hold out much longer. I need to escape while I still can.
None shall... Great work, everyone. Time to celebrate our... Huh?
Elite soldiers of Gautier, advance! Crush the southern weaklings!
Kingdom reinforcements are here.
My turn.
If they want to fight, we're going to have to engage.
Rodrigue, retreat with the Duke. I have secured an escape route for you. Leave the rest to me.
Matthias, you fool! Return to us alive. Promise me.
I'm sorry, Rodrigue. Lambert and I will be waiting for you on the other side.
And that's another victory for us. Well done, everyone.
It would appear the Kingdom forces have withdrawn. I guess that means we've won.
Woohoo! All right! That was some tough opposition, but we've gotten pretty tough ourselves. Really? Because it still feels like you're barely trying out there, Hilda. Do you see how much I'm sweating? I don't think I could try harder even if I wanted to.
At this rate, we really will be able to mount an attack on Fradarius.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Don't tell me you thought Claude was lying.
No, it's just... I guess it's starting to feel real now. You know what I mean, right, Marianne?
Yes. Let's all do our best.
Claude? You don't seem all that happy about our win.
Did you see Margrave Gautier's last stand? He sacrificed himself so his allies could escape. Let me ask you something. What do you think about chivalry and the other knightly virtues?
Don't really have a strong opinion about it either way. It doesn't mesh with mercenary life, you know?
Fair enough. I can't say it speaks to me either. All the same. Watching someone as famed and respected as Margrave Gautier die for the sake of others, it was something to behold. I admire how knights are willing to sacrifice themselves for their friends without any hesitation. I really do. But it occurred to me that so long as we're fighting the kingdom with its long tradition of knighthood, there are going to be a lot more sacrifices. It reminds me just how important it is that we end this war as quickly as possible. And once we do, we have to create a world where deaths like these are no longer necessary.
As honorable as that sounds, I was not aware that was our objective here.
Oh, we're still doing this to safeguard Leicester's future, and to free ourselves of the Church's antiquated customs. None of that's changed. But I believe that beyond all this fighting lies a future where lives will no longer have to be sacrificed. A world where everyone will be free to live however they choose.
People being able to live as they please. That certainly does sound amazing.
It sounds like something worth risking our lives for.
If anyone can make it happen, Claude can. No. Wait, I take that back. All of us can.
Now that's a future worth believing in.
I'll believe in it too.
Well then, Your Majesty. Shall we press on?
You bet. Let's go end this war. We won't stop till we reach Fradarius.
Listen well, Sylvain. You are to be the next Margrave Gautier. I expect you to stand in my stead against foreign threats, and to protect your king, your people, your friends, and your family. Which, of course, I failed to do. Forgive me, Sylvain. I know I was a terrible father.
So this is the part where you command me to succeed my father, right?
Yes. The Srang forces are growing bolder in response to the Federation's invasion. We dare not leave so important a position as the Margrave of Gautier vacant.
I respectfully accept, of course. I've been bracing for this since the moment my father departed. Ha! Me, the head of House Gautier. What will my brother say?
I doubt he will have much to say at all at this point. But we will send word to the western outposts nonetheless.
Sylvain, you have my deepest apologies. It was only because the Margrave sought to secure our escape that he...
Don't apologize. It would make my father's sacrifice meaningless. What he did wasn't for pride, house, or the kingdom. He gave his life to protect his friends. It was what he wanted to do. My father did whatever brought him the most satisfaction. That's how he lived his whole life. I promise you, he had no regrets. In fact, when he left the castle, he was beaming in a way I'd never seen before.
But if we'd only fought with a little more skill, the Margrave wouldn't have died at all.
We're at war, Felix. No matter how hard you fight, there are going to be times you just can't win. House Fradarius fought well. The battle was so brutal that even Ash had to surrender.
Sylvain.
No. All of my hatred is reserved for these invaders. This foreign threat. They take everything from us and think nothing of it.
Golden Wildfire. 2 kings. The Federation army moves through Fradarius like lightning. It will not be long until they march on the capital city of Fradarius. However, it is unclear how the Federation forces will be able to capture Fradarius, let alone seize control of the entire kingdom. What is the true purpose of their invasion?
What is it, Arval?
Perhaps you've forgotten by now, but think back to the battle at ALL. Amidst that blazing battlefield was a man named Myson, assisting Fleisch. Do you remember him?
Yeah, now that you mention it. It had totally slipped my mind, what with all the excitement of Gerald's company joining us.
I have to say, your companions don't seem particularly concerned about the true nature of your powers. But have you yourself forgotten as well? About Tomas, and what you witnessed at the monastery 3 years ago?
Huh. Guess I did. Yeah. think I see what you're getting at, though. Tomas and Mycen had similar powers, and they were probably working together. Which means, maybe and maybe your power.
Is everyone here? There's something I'd like to discuss with you all.
Fradarius is already in our sights. What exactly is there for us to talk about now?
Don't tell me you're calling off the attack.
No, of course not. This is actually something I've been mulling over for a while now. Let's say we win the next battle and manage to get the kingdom to surrender. What's next for Fodlan? We don't have the power to rule the kingdom, nor any interest in doing so.
I imagine we'd work out some sort of joint governance plan with the Empire, then negotiate the rest from there. Although, given the difference in power between us and the Empire, most of the kingdom's territory would likely go to them.
Exactly. And what would Edelgard's next project be? Leicester, making us a vassal of the Empire. The Empire takes control of us, and Fodlan's one big happy family again. I don't think that would come as a shock to anyone.
So, what are we gonna do about it?
We yank out the root of this conflict ourselves. We'll bring the war to an end on our own terms.
And by root, I assume you are referring to the Central Church?
I am. They're the one and only reason we're cooperating with the Empire, right? The Church wields their authority like some sort of righteous cudgel. The problem is, said authority was never theirs to begin with. They need to be stopped. That's the Empire's entire moral argument for this war. If they were to continue fighting after the Church is eliminated, it would be nothing more than blatant aggression.
But is it even possible to destroy the Central Church without conquering Fargus?
That's why we're going straight for the capital. Dimitri's going to answer that question for us.
Interesting. And what will he decide, hmm?
I guess he'll want the kingdom to become a vassal state of the Federation and...
Just stop. Honestly, you are beyond belief sometimes. Have we not gone over why that's impossible? Our actions will effectively force him to cut ties with the Church.
What I meant is, we're gonna make him cut ties with the Church?
Exactly.
But the King of Fargus made a commitment to the Central Church when he granted them sanctuary. Decisions of that nature are not so lightly reversed.
Of that, I have no doubt. But if he refuses, this senseless war will only continue. The kingdom's lands will be ravaged, its people hurt or killed. I know Dimitri doesn't want that, and neither do we.
Ending this war with as few sacrifices as possible is something we should all be able to agree on.
And if you do the math and weigh which option involves the fewest casualties, the answer is quite obvious.
I see your point. It does sound like it would be worth trying to convince him.
But would they do something so dishonorable? Fargus places a high value on chivalry, after all.
I don't know. But it's not going to matter unless we can actually get in a position to ask.
Hilda's right. We'll have to deal with this after the next battle, and that's assuming we can defeat Dimitri and his army. As always, I'm counting on you all to get us there.
Will this work?
I've got an idea.
Here's what I had in mind. I've got this under control.
One step.
I need you for a sec. My brain's all jumbled up.
It's you. Actually.
Let's see.
Sure.
Actually,
Absolutely. Hey!
Oh, it's you. I'm sorry.
Listen up.
essentially.
Let's see. That's concerning.
Huh? Whoa.
Greetings, friend. Nothing to report.
Hold on. Got a minute?
Let's see.
Right.
Well?
Could you... Oh no! Well? Let me see. Let's see.
Greetings.
Hey.
Nuh-uh. Hey!
Oh.
Indeed.
Hey there. Right on. Uh-huh. Let's see. I'm counting on you.
Hey there. All right, so.
Ah.
Over here. I was thinking. Let's do this.
That's so.
it's you. Hoy there.
Look who's here. Well.
Huh?
Makes sense.
That's it.
I am having concerns.
You sure?
That has much difficulty.